All right. You can do it. You have your freedom. Freedom. I like this. You have your I like this. Yes. Freedom. Freedom is in your mind. Only you can unlock it. Free your mind. All right. You can do it. You can do it. You know who get into the new. All right. You know what you can do it. Freedom. Revolutionize. You know. You have your boots. You have your boots. Get into the new. I like this. You know what you should do.
What's up, y'all? Thank you. This is gonna be a new show. I don't even know honestly, really, probably just a thing, a joint where we really just talk about whatever. And today's been a trying day for me, and I'm sure many other people close to me as well. So I live in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and 2 years ago, September 13th of 2020, Ricardo Munoz was shot by Lancaster City Police. He was suffering a mental health crisis, and they shot him 4 times, dead, scene. Things that I've been finding out about this specific case, especially today, it definitely fucked me up a bit. Because at the end of the day, and I keep saying this, Ricardo should still be here. However, the aftermath of Ricardo's death required people to take action, speak out about the injustices that they witnessed, right? So people take to the streets, they're upset, they're angry. 13 people known as the Lancaster 13 were arrested and charged with $1 million bails, ranging from different prices, but the most $1 million bail, right? And so you have people coming into the city and vandalizing and destroying things, none of which were any of the people that I know of that were charged. I'm only speaking of my viewpoint of things. What I know, I'm not speaking on mainstream media's account of anything. I'm not talking about the whitewashed narrative. I'm not talking about the police narrative. I'm talking about what I know that the family knows and feels. The family of the and that's what I'm getting at is Dylan Davis, one of the activists charged with $1 million bail, was charged today, and he could be possibly looking at time. And this is a huge blow. You can't stand up for what you believe in without facing some kind of consequences in America and in our current society, right? I'm frustrated. I feel a little defeated personally. However, one thing I've been made aware of today is the way that I looked at things. And said to me today, I took off. And I took off because we needed to preserve the narrative, and we needed the world to see what was happening. And if everyone was sitting in jail, how would anyone know exactly what happened, right? I felt the need to do it for preservation, and I I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. And the things that I don't know are because people were silenced, people were divided, and I want to do everything I can in my power to ensure that the truth gets out. Which means I need to continue to preserve. It's frustrating because sometimes I feel very guilty. Why me? Or why not me?
Sounds like timing. You left when before everything happened, and you can get caught up in what everyone got caught up in. Um, it's terrible what's going on with him. And I'm not going to say too much about it because I wasn't there. I don't know everything, but
Right.
from what I've heard, it sounds like a situation where that guy was at the scene at the wrong place and time as well. It sounds as though he had good motive, as well as a lot of people had good motive, and it just went wrong. And now people are going to suffer because of that.
I feel like this is part of what they wanted to. We have to anticipate.
It's a shame that we are living in a country where we feel like we have to have strings attached to us. You have to follow the rules or be punished. And when I say rules, their way, the way they want you to be, not how it's right or how you are. We forget that we're humans. I heard recently someone say, "Oh, America's a corporation." Definitely is. Definitely is, and it's scary. For the future. It's like we're all basically trying to be machines.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
sucks. Because we're not.
I don't have time for that. I don't don't get mad at me because I'm calling it like it is. You get insulted by me calling it what I see.
Mhm.
But you get what I'm saying? And people constantly try to make me feel bad about that. It's like, don't project that onto me. I'm dealing with enough trying to save you. You may not want to be saved, but
Some people don't know that they're even
they
being
need saving.
saved.
Right.
You get used to living a certain life, especially when it's being forced on you, to live that cookie cutter life, Um, it's just crazy. I heard a lot today myself, and I don't know what to think, other than it's just sad what people have to go through for the right things to be done.
I know today was not probably what you expected to witness, go through, feel, but now you get a smidgen of like what I deal with on a regular basis. Not what I deal with, but what I experience.
Yeah.
And but it doesn't change the fact that none of this is easy. And it won't ever. And the thing is, like, seeing that post today, really hit. It really hit. It's sank deep. I know y'all don't know exactly what we're talking about per se, and that's okay. It's point of view. Meg host of Freedom for All, will have a special guest on pretty soon to talk a little more in depth about what we're specifically talking about right now when it comes to the Lakers 13. But my prayers continue to go out to everyone involved in this situation, myself included, involved in this situation. And, anything that we can do to help support and be there for people, we will. If anyone would like to come on to any of our shows on the Way Out Black Independent, Truth Concerns, Stephen Lancaster 13, or the events that took place in the aftermath of Ricardo Munoz's murder, feel free to reach out to the Leon Black Independent Media. We would definitely interview and let you share your testimony without a doubt. So, the things I wanted to say tonight are not structured and are not in any set thing. There's just a lot of different things that I've been thinking today, from being poor to homelessness to dealing with to being there for fellow comrades and family of stolen lives, and then talking things through with relationships, and being there for people that you're not close with, but you experience something with them, and you feel like you need to always be there for them under circumstances. It's a weird situation to be in. Nothing is black and white, ever. I think that's a lesson that a lot of people in third quarter of their life still don't get.
I'm still learning that myself. I mean, I know me personally, I try to live my life like that. I mean, it was the way I was brought up, everything's either black or white, right or wrong, never the in-between. And I mean, it's life, every day we grow. And like I said, it's something that I'm growing to understand and learn.
I have a John Tellism. Other than it's okay to be a hoe, it's important to learn something. It's important to learn something new every day. And it doesn't matter how small or insignificant one thinks it is. It's still very significant, and it's very important. It means that you're learning something. It means that you're growing day by day, and if it's something that you can gauge, it's just important. It's just important. Like the terrain, yeah. Yeah. It's just been a very long day. Stay tuned for some interviews we hopefully will be doing, and then of course some pieces that we will be putting out soon to give you deeper details on the events that took place in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, following Ricardo Munoz's execution by Lancaster City Police, and other information concerning everything that happened around that time, because there was a lot that happened during that time. A lot. And even for me, someone who went through their own trauma surrounding those weeks, there's a lot that I don't particularly remember that immediate night. And so some of my memory is a little foggy. However, I document everything. I filmed that entire night. I think it's time to pull things out the archive, and it's not about re-traumatizing oneself, but facing some things and remembering some things so that one can help their people. I mean, if someone sees it differently or disagrees with that, that's for them to deal with. But for me, I'll re-traumatize myself for truth to be exposed. For sure.
How am I? Feeling blah as fuck today. Finally ate some ramen. To be honest, the Henny did me better than the ramen did. Fucking sick. I just want to smoke a blunt and forget all of it. Then again, I want to remember all the shit. The times he kept me straight, the times he gave me an eighth. Cause I couldn't cope, bro. Stayed faithful as fuck and didn't judge. I can't fake funk. But I am scared to embrace it too. I want to be rude, get fucked up and stay in my own room because it's safe and no one cares and I'm to myself and I let the music blare. I'm angry and no amount of do this or that will save me. Cancer is a symptom of this capitalist bullshit and I refuse to submit like he didn't. Why am I crying? I know he's watching, but he's not here when he should be. Okay, I'm angry, no weed, I'ma fucking punch a wall to push and see how far I can go without taking hold of anything. Just let go. Feel nothing. I want to feel nothing, but then I always end up feeling something. Why bother? Because everyone either cares too much or not enough, and I'm tired of being caught in a rut. I want a clean slate, fresh fade, new changes made to rearrange my happy and pessimism, whatever that is. I just am saying the coping mechanisms I have aren't working, so I have resorted to nothing but tapping my feet, biting my nails. That's the only thing that calms me. Without the tree or Henny, I feel too much. Again, I want to feel nothing. Because it's too real.
So I was just talking with a guest about okay. A guest about how frustrating it is for me to maybe I forgot about this, but this is something that they do other places. I've heard of this happening in some capacity, but imagine being a grieving mother, seeing your son getting killed by police, and you run up to the police distraught. Anyone would see red and go after that attacker and be like, why would you kill my son? Like, to question and want to know what happened to your son, and then to be met with force, to be thrown to the ground and tackled, thrown in a jail cell, to get out of jail cell and see your son on the ground, or know that your son is still out.
Definitely has to be an unspeakable pain to feel, CNA.
This is why I do this. Because people need to hear. People need to hear about this. Yep. So, for those just tuning in, Dylan Davis, which was one of the Lancaster 13, was charged. He was not sentenced yet, from my understanding. Jessica Lopez, aka Jessica Mysteria, was her case was today. I don't know the verdict or anything about her information yet either. And when we do get more information here on the Leon Block, we will provide it. I know that this is for Lancaster or the Lancaster 13 or anyone that was involved in the movement. This is it's like a full circle. It's crunch time. It's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of emotions going around, and if you weren't a part of that, people have moved on with their lives. And for many people, 2020 is still here, it never left. And I am certainly one of those people. It traumatized me, and it didn't leave. How can it, when it's just a lot that happened? It's not even with George Floyd. Had it just been George Floyd, it would be different. But this happened here. This happened here. I think I'm going to take another commercial break. I need some coffee. It's been a long 24, to be quite honest. So, here we go.
Lord knows I will hold on, so I know He won't let me go. Feel the fire within, and don't focus on sin, 'cause you got this. Look for the light, find the smile. Space-time, riding trials. Don't file, don't submit. Just do and make mistakes that will be reflective of you. He wants you to shed the dark and bring the light. Shed the dark and find your sight.
Yeah, It is my mission to pay attention, sit back and listen and never react. I hold a frown behind the smile, only I know that it's fact. I get the money, sometimes it's scratch. I roll the dice, sometimes it's crap. Sometimes I die within my raps and I gotta go back and change that line. I never had time, it go too fast. Clock don't tick tock, they whine. I'm on my grind, looking at my wristwatch. Which watch? Whatever you find. I'm like fine, hand me my 9. Tuck that shit down to my waistline. I never waste time, so don't waste mine. If you do, I'll waste you on FaceTime. Whoa. Many have tried, many have failed, many have died trying to excel, many have died trying to exhale, coughing blood, face turning pale, Dracula, straight from hell, straight in the street like I live in the field, straight in the street like I live in the field, what up? Love me, hold me, kiss me, don't never let me go, only Lord knows, yeah, hug me, kiss me, hold me, don't never let me go. Only Lord knows. Yeah, and I am flying now, 30,000 feet in all designer now. The bias foul, serving his own people, singing, wipe me down. I'm out of town, slinging heavy iron like I'm mining wild. Alchemist, I can turn heavy rocks into 90 thou. That's coal in the gold. Get on the train and write it down. Clown around, never serious as a heart attack. Back, give me 50 feet or meet your ending. I'm trending, I'm not really a fan of pretending. I'll send thee to fly with the angels in the ceiling. Hoes too big, there's no healing. I had a funny feeling that brought me to the rooftop of this building. Now I said too much, somebody kill me. Love me, hold me, kiss me, don't never let me go. Only Lord knows. Yeah. Hug me, kiss me, hold me, don't never let me go. Only Lord knows.
Is it you? Don't let go of you. They give you lemons, make sure you squeeze. They give you grief, make sure you leave. Catch your left and watch him catch the rest. Rise, and light. Lord knows I will hold on. So I
Always do that. So the system likes to pit us against each other. We know that. Over the course of the 2 years that have taken place since that incident, conquer and divide. How do we get past that? How do amends get made? And how can new alliances take place when strong fighters get silenced? How do you make the sun rise again? Or was it ever? You know, I really do believe everything happens for a reason. And I try to make sense of everything that I go through, you know. Thank you. But this is hard. Again, we will keep you posted with more information when we are able to. Right now, we're collecting some stuff, and our team is compiling information. Hopefully, we can do a live Thursday. Tomorrow, we will be joined by Alcoholics, and in the morning, we will have the Urban Conservative. Stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you all have a blessed one. Make sure you meditate on your path, celebrate your being, liberate your spirit, and educate yourself. Have a good one.